viewers, you are watching the Youth Dialogue and I am your host, Jennifer Sonko. Well, today on the show, we'll be hosting women in road construction and road rehabilitation. If you can remember, months ago, I did host women, boys and girls, obviously, but 50% dominated by women, a Do New project funded by the ILO in relation to road construction and road rehabilitation. So I just want to know what they're up to. So they gave me a lot of complaints in relation to the fact that they're yet to have contracts and they've been sitting home for almost 1 year, which is very, very difficult for them. So today I have them here with me to give me the activities that they've been doing since I met them down there, and the list goes on. So we will take a short break, and when we return, the show continues. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, viewers, from that short break. Before we went for the break, I did mention that I will be hosting young people, young women for that matter, involved in road rehabilitation. If you can remember, a few months back, I hosted them, I visited them doing all of their activities. They showed me how the new technology works. So it's good to have them back here to give me an update of their activities since I met them a few months back. So Zainabu, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Give me an update since I met you guys a few months back about your activities and what has been happening.
Well, thankfully to us, before that activity that we did, that was rehabilitation, things weren't going much more active with us. But ever since we did that rehabilitation and it was shown on TV, many initiatives came on board. The government felt it needed and necessary for them to come on board and see how best they can lobby us with contracts. So I was also optioned to go to Japan to represent the company, sponsored by ILO, to go and say a very big thank you to the Japanese government for the initiative that they have brought to us, to the training that they have trained us, and so far so good. We've been to so many other institutions, but to the government, to the private institutions, to the NGOs, to see how best they can help us with contracts, and it will be certain that things will go for us.
Okay. But I was having a conversation with one of your members, and he didn't seem happy to me in relation to contracts. If you guys are getting contracts, if you guys government is taking this initiative properly to get you guys contracts. So I'm surprised that you're telling me a different story in the sense that you guys are comfortable. Is everything okay?
Well, yeah, obviously. It wouldn't be a problem if he feels uncomfortable with it, because yeah, it has been a long while. It's nearly 1 year that things have been going and nothing have come up. But I can see as part of the management that I believe that things will work for us. Okay, though things weren't going as we wanted in those days, smoother like now it is going. Okay, now we have contacts with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, with the Minister of Trade, and then they're all willing to help us on board. So I'm not sure that they're just doing their lip service to us, that they will be helping us. So I am much more confident that now things will work for us. Since we have these ambassadors on our sides, I believe that things will work.
Okay, I don't believe in things will work. I don't believe in just the talking aspect of it. That is me as a person. So I want to know if you guys have already secured a contract, because that is the whole issue here. It's been 1 year, and we want to know if you guys have secured a contract or not. As we speak, have you guys secured anything, a sort of an employment for yourselves, just to set the record straight? Because saying that, I believe we'll get there, what if we don't get there?
Yeah.
You know, so tell me about that.
Well, from the government, none. None has been issued to us. No meeting has been done to say, well, we're looking for a way to have a contract given to you. But from ILO, yes. Okay. We have been given a contract that will be starting probably by next week. We'll be working on that. That is a good step for us. And then we believe with that contract that's been given to us by ILO, we believe that that was a training, the first one was a training. But if there's something that we can do on our own without any assistance from ILO or from the Japanese government, then maybe the government will see it wiser for them to employ us.
Yeah, that is what I was going to say. ILO funded this particular training, you know? It's not by force for ILO to also provide the employment. Now that ILO has given you the training, now what should happen is go and explore.
Exactly.
So apart from the government, no other contracts for anybody. So which means after the training, everybody's at home drinking some Coke and eating some popcorn?
Yeah, sure, but definitely nothing has been done. Well, we've been looking and yearning for contracts for so while, for a very long while, I can say. But yet still nothing has come on board, and our efforts are still going on. But we can see that sometimes it's so discouraging as to going out every day, coming in and out, and not having transport because we're not being paid for. Youth are going and raveling for contracts, but yet still you go and then you'll be submitting your papers to and your documents to them, but yet see you can just see anything. So it's hectic in other sense, and it's a form of discouragement for the youth as well.
Well, this is something that I say all the time, and one person that I enjoy quoting is Halifa Sallah.
Exactly.
Because I can remember one time in the parliament, he said it very clear. Fine, we're encouraging young people to be entrepreneurs. We're encouraging young people to venture into trainings to become entrepreneurs. But what about the factors of production? You cannot just train somebody and allow the person to go without zero employment. So which means the training makes no sense. Because you guys have been trained for 1 year. For 1 year you have been sitting, and who knows, there are certain techniques that you might even forget. Practice makes perfect. So like the last show that I had a few months ago, I'm just begging again and again, let's avoid, asking our young people or providing trainings for them without giving them the factors of production, without giving them the chance to actually practice what they have trained for. So personally, I think that is one thing. So when you said that, hopefully something will happen, what if it doesn't happen? So what we can do as journalists and young people and youth activists is to call on duty bearers to all the time help us when it comes to these things. Wow, so Ami, kontaan naa torop pour am la tey si programme bi. Yow tamit jigéen nga yaa ngi bokkoon si road rehabilitation project bi. So ma bëgg a xam rek depuis bu ma leen meetee few months back, lan nga ma mën a jox lan na doon happen pour yow, ndax yow tam am nga benn contract, ndax li nga jot a jànga mun nga koo implement ak yooyu.
Dëgg la loolu dëgg la sa kàddu bi rafet na. Suma liggéey bi liggéey nañ ko 19 days te suñu liggéey bi dem na kanam te luñ doon ñaan pour nguur gi dimbale ñu suñu liggéey bi mu dem. Kon suñu liggéey bi 19 days boobu noonu toog neen 1 year daanaka léegi ñu ngi toog liggéey bi mënut a dem ci kanam. Suma liggéey ba tey su ñëwee mun naa koy def kon ñu ngi ñaan nguur bi pour ñu dimbale ñu sponsor ñu suñu compagnie bi mu dem kanam parce que ñun xale réew mi Gambia leen dañoo daan suñu doole den bëgg pour ëllëg ñu ficco suñu life ñun ay xale leen te suñu liggéey bi ñu ngi ko àndale di ko boole ak muuma yi. xam naa ne compagnie liggéey bi si muuma yi ànd ak dem si ñun la njëkki suñ ko dem bi. ñu ngi liggéey ak muuma yi ñu ngi demaa ñoom lu nekk ñu ngi koy demaam contrat bi ñu ngi ñaan nguur bi pour ñu dimbale ñu suñ liggéey bi dem kanam ñun ay ndawi réew mi leen.
waaye yow ma gis ne jigéen nga te young person nga mënoon ngaa wax ne man de road rehabilitation de duma ko def.
loolu
parce que man jigéen laa duma ko def because gis nañ fi yenn façon ngi liggéey yoo xam ne soo ko defee sax société ne jigéen la lii liggéey góor la liggéey jigéen ma bëggoon a xam rek pour nga fàttali ñu yow lana tax nga ne yow di nga jóg dugga si métier bi nii.
loolu dëgg la liggéey bi bu ma ko doon def sax bëri naa dégg naa si baat yi bëri ñi ngi wax ne yow jigéen nga ngay liggéey doole man na leen liggéeyuma liggéey doole su ma ëllëg lay ut parce que man jigéen laa su ma naree damay xeeb liggéey bi xeeb jël bi li awma doole boobu noonu te suma waajur amuñ doole boobu moo tax liggéey bu ma suma doole moom loolu laa nekk di def bañ pour ëllëg suma moroom yi jigéen yi di ma saaga liggéey bu may def nii góor yaa jigéen yi ñoo ko mun a def 50-50 la jigéen yi fa nekk di liggéey góor yooyu ñoo fa nekk di liggéey ñu ngi daan suñu dem ñun ñu ngi liggéey ciment ñu ngi liggéey suuf ñu ngi liggéey béton ñu ngi liggéey boo xamante ne yoon la ay gota yëpp leen dee defar loolu góor moo koy def kon soo gisee tey léegi ñun jigéen ñi ñu ngi koy def ëllëg la ñooy sàmm
dëgg la kay
suñ ndaw ëllëg la ñooy sàmm
léegi yow tey suñ la waxoon ne jox nañ la opportunity jox la scholarship pour nga dem beneen dëkk gën a yokk sa xam-xam in terms of road rehabilitation si yeeg defar tali bi di nga ko doon mën a def.
dinaa ko def kay parce que maa ngi ko liggéey mun naa koy def ak nit mun naa si wan nit nii ak nii leen ko dem bu ma ko doon def bañu ma si dara maa ngi doon def góor yi fu ñu doon nekk maa ngi si maçon bi maa ngi si takawin bi maa ngi si colovan bi dama dee dem si te colovan liggéey góor la nekkul liggéey jigéen kon damay gis pour ëllëg ma expérience lu bëri loo xamante ne su ma toogee suma kër mun naa koy defar moo tax ma def ko
soo léegi yow ma bëgg a xam because laajte naa la waaye xëy na tontuwuloo ma si nu mu gën a guddee ma bëggoon a xam rek lan tax nga bàyyi liggéey yëpp because mënoon ngaa def leneen lan nga si gis ndax depuis bi nga nekkee xale da nga toog ne man de lii laa bëgg a nekk wala dafa ñëw rek accidentally lii nga nekk ko wala naka la demee
déedéet ñëwul noonu dama toog suma oncle moom ma kool mu ne ma ne ñu ngi jël nit ma ne ko ne fan mu direct ma dem bu ma demee ma toog ñu laaj ma yow sa liggéey lan la man ne man de liggéey xeebu ma benn liggéey bu ma mun a def rek dinaa ko def léegi ma toog 1 week ñu call ma ñu ne ma ñëw bu ma ñëwee ñu jël ma demee foofu noonu ma gis liggéey bi nu mu demee ñu ne ma ne lii mooy liggéey ma ne la duma ko bañ a def parce que man jigéen la su ma bañee bii dinaa nangu bii
wax dëgg
moo tax ma def ko
wax dëgg so yow right now lan nga nekk di def
man la
right now loo amutee contract nii pour road rehabilitation
maa ngi toog
yaa ngi toog
waaw
dekkuloo di def dara
nekkuma di def dara maa ngi taag
di xaar
waaw bis bu nekk maa ngi dugg online di seen na contract bi nañ ko wax maa ngi déglu gaay maa ngi jokkante gaay di laaj
are you hearing her?
Of course.
She's saying that she's sitting at home doing nothing and all the others are sitting at home. How best are you engaging different people that can give you contracts in relation to your work?
Well,
because I think this is hard. It's not done.
It's really hard, Felon, if you should listen to them talking about how long they've been sitting waiting for it. But they've also understand their management board. As to they've seen that the endeavors the management is doing is also unlimited. We've also been going out without anyone giving us on the transport fares. We were also going out without even having breakfast to eat because we need to fund the transport that will be going to other institutions to lobby for contracts. We're not just lobby for contracts in the government sectors. We went to even the real estates because we've seen that even at the real estates, they also have to come up with something. We've went to private institutions and NGOs, but what they've told us is, you have been trained by the Japanese government. So why is it that your own government isn't willing to support your initiative? So it will be really difficult for other donor agencies to come on board to help you because it starts to have from your root. Your government has to come on board and stand for you. If that happens, then other agencies and other donors outside can come on board and help. The Japanese government have done their best to train us. Now it's left to the government to see how best they can help us because we need this. We've been sitting for almost a year. I personally have been sitting. I've graduated. So it's hard sometimes for you to be carrying your bag in and day out, and then people will be thinking that you're working and earning a salary every month, whereas it's not so. So it's hard, especially in a society where you come from, and then they seem to see, well, she's been taking her back every day. What do we think she's up to? It's full of criticism and so many other things, especially when you're a female and you are a firstborn of a family, from an extended family. It's difficult at times for people to understand what you're going through. So it's really hard on us as ladies as well, because we've seen that in the future coming, we need to all be employed. And then column is something that we've been trained, and then we've put so many effort on it. So for almost an year, we've been sitting, and then if nothing can earn from it, through 1 year. And then we need to change our certificates as well. So if there's no contract for us, then there can be no savings for us. And if there are no savings for us, then that means the company is going to die.
The company is going to die. Certainly, it's going to die. So I just also want to know, how good are you guys? How good are you? Because normally when you want somebody to give you a contract, you should say, this is how good I am. You know, how best are you guys selling yourself? How good is the training to an extent that a company can come and say, okay, I'm giving my contract to these young people. How good are you guys?
For a fact, we are among the first African countries that have been trained with this technology.
And then this
donor technology. And this donor technology that has been brought to the Gambia here, we are so unique to the sense that 50% of it are all females. And then we have a number of differently able, that is up to 25. We have the differently able. We have the backward returnees. So we are such a unique company that you can search the whole world and then you wouldn't find such a combination of sets in one company. You have the differently able, you have the backward returnees. So if the government is to ask us how best we can be able to explore what we have, we've been trained with this, and then we know how to do it. We are really sure that even if the government should give us a plot of land to say, we want you to construct this road, and then we're going to just have to maybe come up with the budget, and then we're going to fund everything. The only thing we're going to pay you is your labor. We are willing to do so.
You are willing
for us to just show that we can do this, and then we are ready to do this. But we know we have been trained, and then you come on board. I wish you were on board while the training was going on. Then you would have seen how the women were doing it. So and then we are really sure that we're really certain that the training wouldn't go in vain because we are ready for it. That's why we established the company, because we know we can do it.
So viewers, the short shots that you are seeing right now as we speak in front of your screens is basically when I visited them months back when they were doing a road rehabilitation process over there. And you can see the women handling it so well. So they're seeing it. And I guess all those activities should be a clear justification that you guys can do extremely well. Like I go back again, don't train these young people and allow them to sit there, look for something. They can be trained, they can be entrepreneurs, but where are the factors of production? Where is the finance? You know, we always cry about the access to finance and the list goes on. And it's been already 1 year. So, pour ma la tela rek Ami, ndax yow fo tok ni regret nga lutax nga bokon ci training bi? Regret nga ko ndax? Because tok nga 1 year dama bëgg xam.
Regretuma ko parce que ma ngi tok di len xaar. Xam naa ne mbir bi dafay yaaga de kon dina am. Mbir mi dafay yàgg kon dina am parce que am nañ ñu taxawal ñoo xamante ne ñu ngi góorgóorlu si lii kon amoon nañ tas yaakaar boo xamante ne demoon nañ ba mujj mi dañ xalaatoon ne lii moom mbaa mun naa demaat si kanam parce que kenn dimbale ñu woon nguur bi mu ngi toog ñaan nañ nguur bi def nañ fu nekk dugga nañ génn nañ kenn dégguñ kon taxut nit ñi dellu gën ñu ngi teb si kawam gars yi ngay def seen góorgóorlu ñu ngi dugga di génn pour ndawi réew mi ñu mën a dem kanam parce que ñun suñu liggéey bi nekk ñun kese la am nañ ay ñoo xamante ne ay baag la gaay jógee ñu ngi bokk si ñun ak ñoo xamante ne ñu ngi jógee from ay dëkk yoo xamante ne kenn mënu koy understand daal ñu ngi liggéey gaay te ñun jigéen yi bëri nañ fa 50 people jigéen ñoo fa nekk
50 jigéen
te
pare ngeen pour nekk
te pare nañ pour liggéey dëkk bi ñun ñu xam ne liggéeykat leen parce que suñ dee liggéey nit ñi suñ formé sax loolu la ñu dee wax ñi ay liggéeykat leen parce que loolu liggéey boobu noonu jigéen nangul koy def am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi liggéey fi ñu ngi toog liggéey wuñ defuñ dara kon suñu liggéey bi man mii su may génn si kër suñu nguur yi loolu leen ma dee wax yow Ami xanaa gisoo sa morom yi ñu ngi gaadu baag di dem gaadu neem baag ñu génn kon xaw ma lu gaay di liggéey man dama bëgg a daan suma doole ma am
dëgg la wax that's very true so Sainabou, I know you guys visited KMC.
Yeah.
Tell us about that meeting.
Well, I can't even know how to even explain that. We've been to KMC. We've been to the mayor's office itself. We've spoke to him about our initiative. At first, it was so improving when they speak to you and tell you, we are so impressed with what you guys have done, and then we're so impressed that you guys are still pushing on. And then we've submitted so many of contract papers to them. They will tell you they will make us visit sites. We will have to do the drafting.
No
we will
way.
have to do the budgeting. We will have to do everything on our own, print it out, and then submit it to them. The problem is now, when we call, they will say, well, you know, we have so many other contractors on board, so you have to take your time. So then it's a problem. So many other contractors wouldn't sign or wouldn't send you a budget without you paying them.
Okay.
But we're not doing that. We do everything. We do the draft, we do the planning, we do every other thing, and then
For
the
zero
logistics,
cost.
and yeah, for zero cost, and then we send it. And at the end, we couldn't hear anything that there are so many other contractors on board. And the last thing that we see is someone handling that other place that we've done.
So how about internship? Do you guys want to do some sort of an internship? Because sometimes it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy. It's not a one-step thing. So I'm also having like a recommendation kind of thing whereby you can apply to these other people that do the same thing and do some sort of an internship. You never know. You might be able to grab a job. So do you guys write to other institutions, other companies to deploy some of your members to do some sort of internship? Because at some point, they can absorb them. I know you're building a company, because it doesn't make sense as well.
Exactly.
I can see you shaking your head because it doesn't make sense. You have a company and take your people for internship.
Yeah.
But at some point, I mean, I'm not praying for that, but at some point in time, that can be also, I mean, a way. What do you think?
Well,
I know you might not want to agree.
at some point in time, I'm not praying for that point in time to come. Well, it will be really, really hard on us for us to be thinking like that, to say we have to take our other guys for internship. We don't want to lose any of our guys.
Okay.
We want things to work.
Okay.
So it's going to be so disappointing on us as the management if things could fall.
Okay.
If things cannot work, it's going to be a big mess for us. 125 are still sitting outside waiting for us.
Okay.
Always, the chat room will always be busy. Well, we know that you guys are going to make it. We have support from them. So we don't want their efforts to go in vain.
Okay.
So we don't want their credits too that they spend into access. They will even give us suggestions to say, we think you should go to these other places. Why not you do it this way?
Listen.
They will be giving us ideas like day in, day out to say, whenever we tell them we're going to this so-so place, they will be telling us, why not you use this other strategy to see if whether that will work. So it's the least thing that we want.
Okay, so internship is a no-no. So what is a yes is to have somebody come and support.
Exactly.
And then that's the way forward. Yes, I know I went to GTTI to visit the managing director because the Do New project should be introduced over there.
Okay.
So which means the project is good enough. That is why they're introducing it in a school curriculum. So also I want to urge you guys, maybe you might join the GTTI as well to have like a recognized kind of certificate, GTT. I know the ILO is perfect, but I'm just saying enrolling there too might be good for you guys instead of sitting, because I know it's going to be introduced there so that you can have extra knowledge in relation to it. What's your take on that?
Well, yeah, of course, that's a good thing. We've been told about that, but well, we haven't even thought of maybe enrolling there. But
Okay.
it's obviously a good initiative.
Exactly.
Probably maybe when you have a recommendation or a certificate from an institution, then I think the government will see worthwhile in giving you contracts.
Possibly.
Because they will feel that maybe, yeah, you have a certificate from an institution that's recommended.
Yeah.
So I think that too is a well-known thing, yeah.
Yeah, you can give that a try. So thank you so much, brilliant ladies. I'm so proud of you that this is a job that it's a male dominated area and you guys decided to venture into it. Before I started the show, I was just looking at my camera ladies. All of them taking me right now are women. When I see them, I'm happy. I smile because I feel like the narratives are changing when it comes to women should do this, women should do that. The entire camera people facing me right now are ladies and they're extremely strong, just like you guys doing your road to rehabilitation down there. So good luck to you guys. I hope that you secure a project as soon as possible.
Thank you
because
very
you guys
much.
deserve it. You've been sitting for 1 year. Please support these young women. They really deserve it. Final words before we leave.
Well, I want to say this to the government and to other institutions that are willing to have on board. We are youth and then we are willing to work. The only thing we need from you is support and the best well-known of things. You need to help us in our initiatives and endeavors. We don't want things to fall. We want to see that the Gambia is a free of illegal migrations. If the youth are engaged, that illegal migrations, use of accidents and other death rate issues will all be in the vein. There are so many other things that have been happening in the country. Youth are saying because we don't have anything to do. But if they have something that they can engage themselves in, and we have good ambassadors that can support them and be the backbones and seals, things are going to work for us.
Yeah, definitely things will work. So Ami, mun nga tagato rek ak suñ gaay yu seetaan waaw.
jërëjëf waaye maa ngi leen di nuyu si seen tur seen santa maa ngi ñaan dëkk bi tak maa ngi ñaan suñ nguur bi suñ président bi ñu dimbale ñu suñ liggéey bi jëm kanam parce que dañ yàgg a toog ful 1 year ñu ngi toog nekkuñ di def dara pour su nguur bi ñu mën a dimbale rek ñu dimbale parce que liggéey bi mu ngi jógee si beneen dëkk mu ñëw fii wala loolu war naa nekk nguur bi dara moom tam mu dimbale ñu suñ liggéey bi jëm kanam
wax dëgg
jërëjëf
wax dëgg man de maa ngi ko doon wax dëgg te wax naa ko last time when we met waxati naa ko ñii support bi is from Japan kon te ñun as Gambians nañ tere ñu jàppale gaay ñoom it su ko defee ñu am luñ def te 50% bi yëpp ay jigéen lañ gis nañ la léegi jigéen yi bëggatuñoo toog jigéen yi léegi bàyyeewu seeteewuñ ne lii is a male dominated field wala dara fu nekk la ñoo duga fu nekk loo xamante ne liggéey la rek dañ siy duga so loolu rek war naa tax ñu génnee na support because lii su féelee imaginal all these people ñu nar a dellu fu ñu jógee ay back way returnees ak yu kenn xamut. So that is not what we need. So as I was saying, I visited GTTI because the Do New project will be introduced there to have a short interview about what motivated them to introduce it, as well as the impact that they feel it will be able to register. So let's take a look at that. When we return, the show continues. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
This technology started as a pilot project at the Gunjur Fish Landing road. So for its continuity and sustainability purpose, we were approached to develop the curriculum and see whether we can incorporate it into our programs. that the team includes Professor Kimura from Japan. So we've looked at it, then we agreed to develop the curriculum for it to be incorporated because we've seen it as a technology that can create jobs for the young people. So the curriculum has already been developed, and hopefully by January, we will start running the program. And these programs, we are targeting the main campus here and our outreach centers at both Mansakonko and the Julangel, because we want it to cover the whole country as far as our centers are concerned. As part of the plans, sensitization is key. That is the stakeholders, the municipalities, the area councils, for them also to be aware of the technology. And also, the curriculum has also taken care of the entrepreneurship part of it, so that these young men, after completing, some of them may decide to organize themselves into groups to secure these contracts from the municipalities or the area councils for this feeder road construction. It is labor intensive, but both men and women can do it, as we've seen it being done in other countries like Kenya and others. So I don't think so the women can just sit back and say, this is just men work, not women. I think there is a lot involved there. The technical part of it is there, and the manual labor part of it is there. So I would encourage them to compete with their male counterparts, yes, so that whatever men can do, women can do better. Yeah, I think my message to them is, one, to reconsider their procurement policies in place. For them to consider their procurement policies and procedures for securing some of these works, because these people will be just young people just starting up. So that is key. And also to accept the technology, because if you look at it in terms of cost and the use of materials, it is cost effective compared to the heavy investment technology. And also, it uses locally available materials and labor itself. So I think my message to them will be, while this is available, let's try and encourage the technology for the objective of creating jobs for the young men and women.
Welcome back, viewers, from that short break. That was my visit to GTTI. Like I mentioned, they are as well introducing the DUNU project into their school curriculum. Well, aside from that, Fatu Kine, we all know, we saw her on social media. She's a very strong lady, also engaging in road construction and road rehabilitations. So I visited her to talk to her about her motivation and the message that she has for young aspiring road constructors and road rehabilitators. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere as we bring you that short interview.
My name is Fatu Kine Fofana, and I am a civil engineer. I work at the National Roads Authority as the divisional engineer for Western Region. Well, this is something I wanted to do since I was like 11 years old. Anytime I walk past a building in construction, I was always interested in knowing what's happening in there, interested in knowing what keeps the building standing, especially for high-rise buildings. Even though in Gambia we don't have as much, but I always wondered what kept the buildings, what held the building standing why isn't it falling off? And I started realizing that engineering was the whole background of it. And little by little, I started developing interest in buildings and construction, and that's where I got to where I am. Well, I enjoy what I do, and I think once you enjoy what you do, then there are no difficulties. No, I don't. Even the late nights, it's something I really enjoy. And I have a perfect team that I work with at the authority. So they're always very encouraging, and they motivate me in such a way. It's unimaginable. It's a male-dominated field, that's a fact. But women are getting into it more and more these days. Because if you have a stroll at the authority, you'd find out quite a number of women that are engineers there. In fact, our technical director it's a woman. We have female managers and the engineers. So I think that's great. Probably before, women didn't see engineering as a way for them, but times are changing now and women are venturing into engineering more. We have to give credit to the the number of women that are engineers now. There are no boundaries to what a woman can do. It's all in the state of mind. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you set your mind to. I don't see gender as a barrier. No. Because if you notice, there are so many great women in the world that top their careers. They're good. They're just as good as men. So I think it's in our heads. We need to get that out of our heads. We can do whatever we want to do. Well, when I was going to school, I'll be honest, it wasn't my favorite subject, no. I did it, but it wasn't my favorite. I had to pass it. I did my best to try to pass math. It was hard for me. But then when I realized that I loved engineering and mathematics was the backbone of engineering, my dear, I developed interest in engineering. I had to love maths. It's just an interest and you focus more on it, you practice, and then you get there. It's not rocket science. It's just the state of mind. I repeat, if you make up your mind that you love a certain thing, you would be good at maths. It's not difficult at all. I think all women can do it. And you know one thing about women, we're very, 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 very careful. And once we set our mind to doing something, it gets done. So that's the same spirit that we have to take to engineering and maths and science. But I like to deliberate on the social and economic importance. Advising girls to venture into STEM, into engineering particularly, I'd advise ladies, young ladies, to also look into road engineering, road construction. It's quite a very interesting field. And considering roads have a special social and economic value to our society, it comes highly recommended. So I'd like to advise young girls to look into that as well. Already, there are, like I said, if you walk into the authority, you'll find out that there are many female engineers there. And if you go to the municipality, I've noticed that women are getting more and more involved, but it's never enough. Because if you check the proportion of male to female, it's still not satisfactory. We would like to be on a 50-50 balance. So I'll urge on authorities to employ more female engineers, more female technicians. Even we have a lot in our institution, really. But I'll also urge on other institutions to look into employing more female.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Viewers, that is all we have for you in this edition of Youth Dialogue. But before I take a leave, just to inform you that Walking Together Shoes gave me these shoes. Taking a close look at it, it's so comfortable and it's trending presently in the Gambia. They're, located along the Kayaba Avenue, very easy to access. Their numbers are right in front of the screen. Take it, call them. They will give you a shoe as nice as this or even better. Thank you so much to Barrow down there for your support. We really appreciate it. So till I come your way next week with other young people doing extremely well across the country, don't forget to connect with us on our different social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Give us your comments and recommendations. We will surely pen them down, if not even implement them. Till I come your way next week with other young people doing extremely well across the country, stay tuned.